The most emotional moment in Real Housewives history just happened, and no one was ready for it. 2 days after the dramatic courtroom hearing, Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne arranged a private meeting with Dorit Kemsley. What was supposed to be a quiet attempt at reconciliation turned into an absolutely heartbreaking scene that left everyone in tears. Kyle and Erika, with swollen eyes and shaking voices, begged Dorit to give them another chance. They cried, they apologized, and they pleaded for their 10-year friendship to be saved. But Dorit's response was something no one expected. In a moment filled with raw pain and strength, Dorit looked at them and delivered her tough decision, one that shattered whatever was left of their sisterhood. This wasn't just another apology. This was the final chapter of a once unbreakable friendship. The tension was unbearable. The tears were real. And the words Dorit spoke next changed everything. But what happened in that private meeting was far more intense than anyone could have imagined, and the aftermath is about to shake the entire Beverly Hills franchise. You're not going to believe how this emotional plea ended. For almost a decade, Dorit Kemsley, Kyle Richards, and Erika Jayne were the golden trio of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They were known as the ultimate sisterhood, 3 women who stood by each other through thick and thin. They defended one another at reunions, vacationed together, shared personal secrets, and told the world they were family. Their friendship was one of the most talked about relationships on the show, and fans loved watching their bond. But like many things in Beverly Hills, it was never as perfect as it looked on camera. Dorit joined the cast as the stylish British designer trying to find her place among the wealthy elite. She survived a terrifying armed home invasion in 2021 that left deep emotional scars. Then came her very public and messy divorce from PK, full of financial stress and tabloid humiliation. During her darkest days, she turned to Kyle and Erika, hoping for the support they had always promised. That support slowly disappeared. Kyle, who had built her entire image around loyalty, was struggling with her own marriage problems and began pulling away. Erika, still dealing with the aftermath of her financial scandal, started making passive-aggressive comments about Dorit behind her back. Small misunderstandings turned into cold distance. Group chats went silent. Group trips became awkward and full of tension. The final crack came during the infamous $287,000 shopping spree scandal while Dorit's mansion was on the verge of foreclosure. Instead of standing by her, Kyle and Erika distanced themselves even more. Dorit felt completely abandoned by the women she considered her sisters. That betrayal changed her. Quietly, she began recording conversations, collecting evidence of the backstabbing happening behind the scenes. Those recordings eventually led to the violent home invasion, arrests, and the long court battle that followed. What started as a close friendship slowly turned into one of the most painful and public feuds in the show's history. After weeks of intense drama, shocking revelations, and courtroom tears, everything reached a boiling point in a private meeting 2 days after the hearing. In that emotional encounter, Kyle and Erika made one last desperate plea to save their broken friendship. But Dorit's response would leave all 3 women forever changed. 2 days after the emotional courtroom hearing, Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne reached out to Dorit Kemsley for a private meeting. They chose a quiet, upscale cafe with a private back patio, hoping for a chance to speak from the heart without cameras or lawyers present. When Dorit arrived, the atmosphere was heavy. Kyle and Erika were already sitting there, looking nervous and emotional. As soon as Dorit sat down, Kyle's eyes filled with tears. She reached across the table, her voice shaking as she said, "Dorit, we know we don't deserve this, but we're begging you. Please give us another chance. We messed up so badly. We abandoned you when you needed us most. The attack at your house was unforgivable. We were wrong. We were jealous and scared, and we let it destroy everything. Please, don't throw away our 10-year friendship." Erika, usually the stronger one, was also crying. She added in a broken voice, "We miss our sister. We miss the 3 of us. We'll do anything, therapy, public apology, whatever it takes. Just tell us how to fix this. Give us one last chance to prove we can be better." Dorit listened quietly, her eyes also filling with tears. The pain of years of betrayal was visible on her face. For a long moment, she said nothing. The silence was painful. Then she spoke, her voice soft but firm. "I forgave you both in court because I don't want to carry hatred in my heart. But friendship, that's something different. I trusted you like sisters. When I was going through the worst time of my life, you disappeared. You laughed about my pain. You tried to push me out. That kind of hurt doesn't just go away." Kyle started sobbing louder, reaching for Dorit's hand. Erica pleaded desperately. "Please, Dorit, we can rebuild it. We can go to therapy together. We can start fresh. Don't end us like this." The scene was incredibly emotional. All three women were in tears. The weight of their 10-year history hung heavy in the air. But then came the first major twist that no one saw coming. Dorit wiped her tears and looked at them with a mix of sadness and resolve. She said, "I need time. I can't give you an answer right now. My heart is telling me that some things can't be fixed, but I'll think about it and let you know my final decision soon." Kyle and Erica looked devastated. They had come hoping for immediate reconciliation, but Dorit's words left the door slightly open while also making it clear that things might never be the same again. As Dorit stood up to leave, the three women shared a long, tearful hug. But it felt more like a goodbye than a new beginning. The private meeting that was supposed to heal their friendship had only made the situation more complicated and heartbreaking. Now the big question was, would Dorit choose forgiveness and friendship, or would she walk away from the sisterhood forever? The drama was far from over. The private meeting between Dorit, Kyle, and Erica didn't stay private for long. Within hours, details of their emotional conversation began leaking out. Someone had apparently recorded parts of the meeting, and those clips started circulating on social media. The internet went absolutely crazy. Clips of Kyle and Erica crying and begging Dorit to save their friendship spread like wildfire. The phrase, "give us our friendship back," became a trending topic overnight. Millions of people watched the emotional footage, with many calling it one of the most heartbreaking moments in Housewives history. Fan reactions were split down the middle. Some praised Dorit for taking time to think instead of making a rushed decision. Others felt she was being too cold after Kyle and Erica's sincere apology. Twitter was full of debates, with hashtags like #DoritDecision and #SaveTheSisterhood trending worldwide. But the real shocking reveal came later that evening. A new leaked audio surfaced, this time from just minutes after Dorit left the meeting. In the recording, Kyle and Erica were heard talking privately. Erica, still emotional, said something that stunned everyone. "If Dorit doesn't forgive us, we might have to tell the truth about what really happened that night." The audio suggested there was more to the home invasion story than what had come out in court. Kyle sounded nervous and told Erica to stay quiet, but the damage was done. The clip spread even faster than the meeting footage. This new revelation changed everything. Suddenly, people began questioning whether Kyle and Erica's emotional plea was completely honest, or if they were still hiding important details. Dorit's team quickly responded, saying they were aware of the new audio and would address it if necessary. The once private meeting had now turned into a new public scandal, with even more questions than answers. The drama that everyone thought was calming down had suddenly escalated again. Dorit had asked for time to make her decision, but it looked like Kyle and Erica might not have much time left before more truths came out. What exactly were they hiding about the night of the attack? And how would Dorit react when she heard this new recording? The story was getting more complicated by the hour, and the next 48 hours would decide everything. The emotional private meeting between Dorit, Kyle, and Erica quickly became the biggest topic in reality television. Clips from their tearful conversation spread rapidly across social media, with millions watching the heartbreaking moment where Kyle and Erica begged for their friendship back. Twitter and Instagram were flooded with reactions. Many fans praised Dorit for handling the situation with grace, saying her decision to take time instead of rushing showed real emotional maturity. Others felt she was being too harsh, arguing that Kyle and Erica's apology looked sincere and deserved a second chance. The divide was strong, with hashtags like #DoritDecision and #SaveTheSisterhood trending for hours. On TikTok, creators posted reaction videos analyzing every word and facial expression. Some stitched the new meeting with old episodes showing the three women laughing together, highlighting how far their once close friendship had fallen. The emotional content racked up tens of millions of views in a short time. The rest of the Beverly Hills cast also reacted. Garcelle Beauvais posted a subtle story saying, "Sometimes forgiveness is for you, not for them." Sutton Strake reportedly told friends she was sad to see the sisterhood end this way. Lisa Rinna stayed mostly quiet, but liked several posts supporting Dorit's need for time. Inside the industry, the reaction was more serious. Bravo executives were reportedly relieved the legal case was over, but concerned about the ongoing public drama. Several major sponsors reached out privately, worried about the negative image the franchise was getting. Some insiders claimed the network was quietly discussing how to handle the next season, especially if Dorit decided not to return. Andy Cohen has remained silent since the meeting. People close to him say he is watching the situation closely, hoping the women can find some kind of peace before filming begins again. What started as a private attempt at reconciliation has now become another public spectacle. The question on everyone's mind is whether Dorit will eventually forgive them fully and rebuild the friendship, or if this really is the permanent end of their sisterhood. The drama continues to unfold, and the next few days could decide the future of not just these three women, but the entire show. Just when it seemed like the emotional meeting had brought some kind of closure, a final shocking twist changed everything once again. Late that same night, a new audio recording leaked online. It was from the private meeting, but this time it captured what happened in the few minutes after Dorit left the table. In the recording, Erica, still emotional, said something that stunned everyone. "If Dorit doesn't forgive us completely, we may have to tell the real story about what happened that night at her house." Kyle sounded nervous and told her to stay quiet, but the words were already out. The audio suggested that there was more to the home invasion story than what had come out in court, something Kyle and Erica had been hiding. The leak spread like wildfire. Within hours, it had millions of views. Fans were shocked and confused. Many began questioning whether Kyle and Erica's emotional plea was completely honest, or if they were still protecting secrets. Dorit's team quickly responded, saying they were aware of the new recording and would address it if necessary. Dorit herself has not made any public statement yet, but sources close to her say she is deeply hurt and disappointed by this development. This new twist has left everyone wondering, what exactly are Kyle and Erica still hiding? And how will Dorit react when she hears this recording? The private meeting that was supposed to bring peace has now created even more questions. Dorit asked for time to make her final decision about their friendship, but this new leak might force her hand much sooner than expected. The drama is far from over. In fact, it feels like it's only getting started. The next 48 hours could completely change the future of these three women and the entire Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise. Will Dorit forgive them completely? Will more secrets come out? Or is this the beginning of the end for all of them? Stay tuned, because the real truth is still waiting to be revealed. Now tell me what you think. Did Dorit make the right decision by taking time instead of immediately forgiving Kyle and Erica? Or should she have given them another chance at friendship? Was their emotional plea genuine, or do you think they're still hiding something? Drop your honest opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. Type Team Dorit if you support her need for time and space. Type Team Kyle and Erica if you believe their apology was real and they deserve a second chance. Type Team Truth if you want all the hidden details about that night to finally come out. Which side are you on? Be honest and be brutal. The more passionate the debate, the more this story will reach others. If this emotional meeting touched you or shocked you, hit that like button right now. Smash it harder if you want to see what Dorit decides next. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into this new leaked audio, what it really means, and what Dorit might do next. This friendship drama is far from over. The tears were real, the pain is deep, and the truth is still coming out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay tuned because things are about to get even more intense.